Hi, I'm Anne Marie Tharp, and I am professor and chair of the Department of Hearing and Speech Sciences here at the Vanderbilt Bill Wilkerson Center. Since 1982, we have had a wonderful relationship with the Scottish Rite Foundation. Your support has allowed us to provide services for literally thousands of children who have speech and language disorders. In addition, we have been able to use your generosity to fund many studies that we have conducted here so we can learn more about effective ways of treating these children and their families. I'm going to share with you now just a few samples of some of the research and some of the services that we provide to these children. And again, I want to sincerely thank you for your support over all of these years.
I'm Renee Gifford. I am a professor of hearing and speech sciences, as well as the director of the cochlear implant program and the cochlear implant research laboratory. We're interested in improving outcomes for children with hearing loss. We're specifically looking at children who have cochlear implants. So they were born with congenital severe to profound hearing loss. Right now, with clinical audiology, we use sort of a standard set of parameters. We give kind of like an average sort of prescription for everyone. In this project, we're working on sort of individualized programming of those auditory prostheses. So programming the implant based specifically on the child's anatomy and where the electrode array is located within the cochlea. And what that translates to is not only better sound quality, but better speech understanding, better speech production, language, and of course, literacy. It's very exciting.
So I'm Jim Bodfish, and I'm a professor of hearing and speech sciences here at the Vanderbilt Bill Wilkerson Center. So our lab is the Autism Brain Behavior and Intervention Lab. What's exciting, I think, about the work that we do, or the opportunity to do this at the Bill Wilkerson Center, is the research doesn't just stay in the lab. Because of our amazing clinical programs, we're able to connect our research findings with the clinicians here to develop new services. And so once a child is identified, we need to be able to provide some services as well. And so we've partnered with the clinical staff here to develop the Vanderbilt Preschool for Children with Autism. And this has been able to provide early intensive intervention for children and also parent coaching for families year-round.
This program is unique because our whole focus is to help children learn to communicate functionally throughout their environment. And our hope is that the skills they learn in our program will transfer into the community as well and into the home environment. All of the speech pathologists are able to take a variety of different techniques and incorporate them into the day. So these evidence-based strategies that we know work with children with autism are used in our preschool.
I'm Marcus Hayes, and I'm the director of preschool programs here in the Department of Hearing and Speech Sciences at the Vanderbilt Bill Wilkerson Center. I oversee the administration of the preschool for children with autism and the Mama Lear Hearing School. We have 5 classes at Mama Lear Hearing School. Each class is supported by a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing and a hearing and speech technician. We have 2 major events each year. One is graduation, which occurs in May. The second major event that we have is our holiday sing-along in December. And I want to thank the Scottish Rite from the very bottom of my heart for providing us with Mr. Holcomb each year, who plays Santa Claus. The children absolutely love it. Without the support of the Scottish Rite Foundation, we would not be able to provide all these wonderful opportunities for our students.
I really love the collaborative model that we have here. I interviewed for several other places and even another position that would be similar, but it was in a center with just speech pathologists, and I loved how here I would get to work with educational audiologists, teachers of the deaf, paraprofessionals, as well as other SLPs. So I loved the idea of being able to be so collaborative and treat children as a whole child and not just within my own discipline.
I'm Stephen Camerata. I'm a professor of hearing and speech sciences at Vanderbilt University Bill Wilkerson Center. I'm also the director of the Developmental Disabilities Lab. We work with children with various kinds of disabilities, including Down syndrome, autism, speech disorder, language disorders, and more recently, children with hearing loss. My colleagues and I have discovered and developed a new speech intervention that helps children with Down syndrome speak more clearly so they can be understood by others. Other recent discoveries include understanding multisensory processing in autism. Myself and Mark Wallace discovered that children with autism have a dyssynchrony between their auditory and visual input channels. So when people with autism are listening to others speak, it's like listening to a foreign movie that's been dubbed badly. The visual comes online in real time, but the actual auditory information is delayed. And so it causes this dyssynchrony, which we think relates to the language problems that we see in so many people with autism. We're also starting a study where we're looking at music treatment and autism. Music therapy is something that a lot of people are recommending for children with autism, but we don't have a good database. So for example, if you think about nursery rhymes, children's songs and so on, like Wheels on the Bus, they're very redundant, and so they highlight language elements. And we think that might be beneficial for people with autism, but we don't know. That's why we're doing the science, and that's why we were able to attract funding for it. I can't express my gratitude enough for the support that Scottish Rite has provided here. They're making real differences in people's lives, and their support of the Bill Wilkerson Center has just been amazing, and I'm just so very, very grateful. They're wonderful partners.
Yeah.